We saying we can do better, but we'll never do it. We say we wanna see change, but we never wanna step into it like, let's put some to our faith to get the life that we choose. I feel like we're getting complacent, trying to go keep it moving. Just do it, 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 just do it. Gotta keep it moving, just do it, gotta keep it moving, just do it, just do it. Time to go keep it moving.
Wake up every day with the same routine, faces running gray. Going back and forth in your mind like, should I go or should I stay? You're tired of the same old places, keep feeling the to exchange sight for what you were really made for, made for. It's time to realize you are the one who has the king's eye. Time to say goodbye to the anxiety, all of the fever, throw that away. Oh, you never look back. What you say, what you're gonna do, never look back, but you just gotta do it.
We saying we can do better, but we'll never do it. We say we wanna see change, but we'll never wanna step into it like, let's put some feet to our faith, cause we get the life that we choose. I feel like we getting complacent, time to go keep it moving. Just do it, 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 just do it. Gotta keep it moving, just do it, gotta keep it moving, just do it, just do it. Time to go keep it moving. Raise your hand if you had to go. Ever had a dream that you started letting go? Cause it was too extreme, but it wasn't. You should know that you're more than able. There ain't nothing you shouldn't go at. I know what you're thinking. It's too hard. How am I supposed to go that far? I don't even know where to start. How am I supposed to
Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. Welcome everybody. Brand O Radio. Let's go ahead and transition into our show. Give me 3 seconds. We gonna get this right the whole time. I love y'all. I hope y'all are having a wonderful Monday. Welcome to Brando Radio Show, where we are here to inspire people through work ethic, through professional development, and through consistency to achieve their dreams the best way possible while remaining close to God in that area. My name is B Snow for a lot of people who don't know. And in the background, I got one person for real in real life, and then I got another person virtually, and then in comments we have our COO, Miss Amber J, who is very, very. I am handsome. I ain't being conceited. I'm just saying my mama made a good looking baby.
Okay, no, it's not
It is what it is, and I'm so glad that I'm kind of getting it now.
It's not Japanese.
Cause Jesus. Yeah. So, we are into this thing. Let's go ahead and get some of our due diligence out the way. For those who are new to the channel and new to everything that we're doing here, welcome to Brando Radio Show here on Faithful to God Radio Network. If you guys would like to make sure that you're keeping up, say it again.
Remember, we working because today's work.
Today's work day. For everybody who don't know, we actually going to be planning a few events for the 2022-2023 season. But once again, if you guys are not following us on our social media, make sure you guys are following us everywhere. That is Brando, that is BRANDOH, PRO for all of your professional needs, whether it be simulcast engineering, or if it's music production, graphic design, video editing, we have you guys in mind. Also, make sure you guys are following BRANDOH Radio. That is this channel where we are primarily focused on giving you guys everything that y'all need, a few tips, tricks, inside looks, all that. We are giving y'all some content that honestly, I don't really think people like do this, where they like, oh, I'm planning an event live, and then I'm going to show that event. Like once that event comes up, y'all know where it first started at. So that's pretty much what we're doing today. We are giving you guys an inside look as to how we create all of our events. So before we get into that, let's go ahead and hop into prayer, and then we're gonna get into planning. So Everybody close your eyes, bow your head, and look to heaven.
Ooh, that's a lot.
It's a lot. Father, in the mighty and matchless name of Jesus, God, we thank you for this time. We honor you, Lord God, for allowing us to love on you and allowing ourselves to be loved. Thank you, Lord God, that in moments like these, Father, that you are with us through being in similarity like the way you are. You created the world and you've created a family, and now we are doing the same in creating spaces for people to come and to be into community and to fellowship. So Lord, we're asking, Lord God, that you genuinely step into this space, and Father, to overlook this process, allow it to go smoothly, and allow everything to be in a way where it will help serve the people that are coming to these events. In the mighty and matchless name of Jesus we pray. Everybody say
Amen.
All right, so today is gonna be a little bit different. For a lot of us, let's go ahead and add some good old vibes in the background. The vibes. Today is gonna be a little different. So usually what happens is we talk about topics on this show about like stuff that happens and everything like that. Like different things that are happening in Chicago. Hope you guys are having a great holiday, by the way. If you're celebrating July 4th, if you're not, still remain safe. You don't want to be in a situation where you are somewhere unsafe, because Chicago can get pretty crazy. But yeah, so we usually talk about stuff that happens in Chicago, or even just like things that help you on your professional development stage. We are right now pretty much just showing y'all behind the scenes today. It is going to be talking about like the events that we have coming up. We're actually going to be like, what's it called? Brainstorming different events. And here's the thing that I honestly would love for y'all to do, because we're live everywhere right now. I honestly want y'all to be a part of the process. So if you have ideas about what could be a great event, or what type of experience you want to experience from F2G, this is how you get your everything known. You feel what I'm saying? Like everything that you would want to happen that we were able to be a part of, you probably would want to put those suggestions in the box so that we can be able to do just that. So yeah, we're about to start off this this here thing by first of all activating some music, because I definitely need some music when I'm playing this stuff. So let's go ahead and add some music in here. Hold on. Am I doing like lo-fi beats? What y'all want to listen to? Y'all want to listen to some lo-fi beats or something?
What's lo-fi beats?
Lo-fi is kind of like hip hop, but not as harsh.
It's not gonna be like ding 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 ding.
No, it's like.
But it's not gonna sound like the click track.
What do you mean the click track?
That little thing they do at church, you know what it's yeah.
No.
As long as it don't sound like that, I'm good. Apparently my ears don't.
I just want to make sure, like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So, let's go.
I need some smooth music.
Some neo soul instrumentals.
Ooh, neo soul instrumentals.
What in the world, ma? What in the world? Something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong, bro.
Probably need a ball in it.
What are we talking about right now?
Rapper.
No, ma. Lord. Shout out to Tennille. She's in the building, y'all.
Hey, y'all. It's your girl Tennille in the background.
It's your girl Tennille in the background.
Oh, it's on live with Kelly Webb.
With who?
Kelly Webb.
Who?
Kelly Webb. Publicist and communications extraordinaire.
I knew that was coming. I knew you was about to say that. Like, I don't know how you, bruh. I knew you was gonna say that.
You know I can get it out without stunning though, bruh.
Bro, it's gonna be a whole situation. Tell her to drink some more water. Amber said drink some more water. I don't know if that was focused on Kelly or I don't know. I really don't know.
If she says for Kelly, I just told her that.
Oh, well, she said
she
drink.
talking about for me?
Are you talking about for moms?
I haven't had any.
Yeah, I think she's talking about you. Alright, so this is what we're doing. So let me go ahead and grab my charger because my laptop is actually. I didn't even know it was about to die. Okay, so here's what I've been thinking about, right? So about a month back, we pretty much was talking about something that was very, very dope that I honestly think was really cool. But we were having this conversation like way back, like January to like no, November of last year. We had this idea, or came up with this thought that I wanted to do. Sorry.
So for those who are listening to us on F2G Radio, y'all can hear me clearly. I hope you can listen. Right now, y'all are listening to us live. We're in a planning meeting, impromptu planning, just to get some things done and making sure that we slay for the second half of the year. And this one is under the table.
I wouldn't.
Come out from under the table.
I wasn't trying to come from out of there. So starting last year, we pretty much was having a. What's going on?
I don't know.
Is that
Oh,
you?
that's Kelly. Kelly, mute.
No, you okay? I just didn't know if that was Mom's iPad or not.
I thought it was me. I kept touching the iPad.
So pretty much starting last year, this was during the time that I was still playing like every Sunday at Lighthouse, and me and Grant Allison was having a conversation, and Miss Tony came up and she was like, "Yo, you need to do a worship night," and I was like, "What do you mean a worship night?" She was like, "You need to do a worship night, and you are called to service the youth." And I was like,
after we talked about doing
like the whole situation, and I was like, all right, bet, like, it makes sense. I want to do a worship night, but here's my thing, right? Within Chicago, there's so many worship nights. It's like, and I'm not saying it's not a bad thing. I'm saying that
you're not saying that's not a bad thing.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. What I am saying is that it's so much where everybody's giving worship, and I know everybody's worship is different. But it's like, okay, let's focus on a different thing than what's been happening over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So in my head, it's like, okay, let's service this in a way where youth can actually feel like they can worship without feeling so like constricted to the way of the older generation. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Religious structure.
Yeah, and I was like, they want something for themselves, but it still has to be Christ-centered and it has to be Christ-rooted. So I'm like, okay, so part of that is with F2G, our whole thing and our basis behind why we started this was Hebrews 11:1, which was the scripture that says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen. So I'm like, Hebrews 11:1. Oh, shoot, 11:1. So with that, we've constructed a type of thing where it's now the youth focus is 11:1, but it's not just like youth focus. It's actually a community where you forge your faith, but you forge your faith with the mold of Jesus. That's pretty much what it is. So at first it was going to be a worship night, and the original thought of it was like, okay, cool, let's do this in January. Then I started to get into a situation where I was like focused on a lot of stuff at one time, and it started to slip my mind about what we were doing with 11:1. Now we're in July, and I'm like, oh crap. But we've had this conversation before where we wanted it in November, and I'm like, okay, let's do the worship night then. But I feel like the accent should be more on community than it should be on like just a worship night. Because if you put it on a worship night, then it becomes where the attention is kind of on the thing that's there. But I want it to be where people can come to, hey, what's happening, Mama Kim? Where people can actually come into the space and feel like they're one, not only just connecting and worshiping Jesus, but at the same time, they're also networking with other people as well. You notice that with the last listening experience we had, that people was saying like, oh, this was a great networking experience, and it was never meant to be networking.
The one we had at USC?
No, that one too, but the one we had at at Experimental Sound.
Oh.
The very first one.
Yes.
So with that, it's like, okay, if people are saying that this is like a, like they want to network and they want to figure out how to connect with people so that they can continue to become creators themselves and have collaborations and everything like that, then let's build a community where people can feel not only collaborations, but actual friendships as well for times where they feel like, oh, I need accountability. It's like, okay, cool. Then call the person that you met at the session or whatever. So now we talked about it where we're breaking this up into multiple sessions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thought that I was having. The thought that I was having was that the session would be once a month, that it would be different types of sessions. So you can have like a worship session, which is something that I definitely want to do. But at the same time, I want to do like a drum shed session.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to do like a rap.
With the sheds. Gotcha.
Huh? You're right.
That was a me idea.
Yeah, Mom said she wanted to do, right. She was like, let's do shed. So drum, because for me, it's like I've always been scared of sheds only because I was scared of being judged. But honestly, those sheds should be where if I do a field and you don't know what I played, get off your drum set and come over and ask me to play again. We will stop everything just for me to be able to show you that. Because even though it's like, oh, I'm showing off, no, it's for everybody to get better. That's if you don't want to share your stuff, then honestly you should be holding that for yourself. But if you really want to become better and grow together, then I would think
right. The sessions are to teach. The sessions are to learn. The tech sessions are to just enjoy and to be in the midst of, right. Those would be the sessions. So the sessions are not just for having a way for you to just be on your own of look at me. It's, hey, look at me. Can you do this?
Right.
Can I show you this? Can I expect? And if you can, like, if you can match, let's see how we can change this up. Like, if there's like, oh, everybody, that's a basic beat, everybody know that. Okay, so how can we make this different? Because being honest, in this, and I always say in this season, but being real, EP Teresa said at church yesterday. She said a season can be years or a season can be 2 weeks. So, in this time where there's a sound shift happening. Sounds need to be adjusted. We shouldn't be doing the same sounds that we had before. So now for minstrels, they're being called to release a new sound. And how do you release a new sound if you haven't heard anything?
Facts. So that's where we at now. Is like, let's stop hiding for profit. Let's stop, because I mean, it's one thing to be paid for something. Huh?
I was talking to Kelly.
Still working. It's one thing to be it's one thing to be paid for a project, right? You as a contractor, it's like, okay, cool. Like, I'm being paid for a project. You're hiring me, right? Let's add to your arsenal. That's the point of we gonna call it the 11-1 sessions. Let's add to your arsenal in that. I don't know. Here's my thing with this stuff. Because these sessions are so intimate, I feel like we can do them. Honestly, we can do one at the end of the month. Like, if we wanted to, where it doesn't have to, we can pick one of those sessions where it doesn't require a lot of work to prepare and then just put it together like that. Like, if we wanted to do the drum session one at the end of the month, no?
I know which one it is.
Which one?
The writing session.
You want to do the writing session at the end of the month? Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
yes, ma'am.
Let's write that down then. Huh? Wait, what? Huh?
The writing session. We talking about the 11-1 sessions and the 11-1 sessions. So for y'all who are hearing this little voice in the background, let me hand you to be. We're so we can hear you.
Hold on.
We got Kelly Webb, our
hey,
publicist,
okay?
And
what's happening?
Okay. Say hey to the peoples.
No.
Say hey to you're not on camera. Say hey to the peoples.
Hey people.
Okay, so you do got a camera. Move out the way.
No.
Put the right in front of the thing. So what's happening? Set it right there. So what's happening right now, y'all? Just for y'all who didn't, I know we were saying about praying for our team. Kelly Webb has been down, and if you've listened to, y'all so funny. If you listen to Casual Combos, then you all know that Kelly Kelly is being victorious right now. She is going through a thyroid storm, so we are standing strong with her, and she just getting back to work just a little bit, but she's on talking to us now. So what she was saying was, wait a minute, what's happening? Because again, B has a habit of
randomly
locking stuff in without letting us know.
Wait, I was just doing that just now?
No, so she was like, "What's happening?"
No. I was like, I know it. I was paying attention.
No,
Okay.
she didn't know what was going on though.
Oh, okay. So pretty much this was happening. So like with, is your phone about to die?
Probably plug us in.
Yeah, your phone about to die. So, it died.
Ooh, that's all right. You know, I always go to the next best thing.
So yeah, so with the 11-1 sessions, what we're gonna do is this. Each one is gonna be like each one is gonna be monthly. So here's the thing. At first, I kept running to the corny thought of doing 11 sessions,
I know.
but then at the same time, it's like, okay, you don't have to do 11 sessions. Like that's not a need, but.
My thing is being honest with this whole thing is that you have this big elaborate plan about how you wanted this to be. And
Don't be outing me, bro.
No, you were looking at all of the things that other people were doing, but again, structured around what you as a believer come up with. You can't compare what you're doing to somebody else or try to do what somebody else does. F2G does stuff the way F2G does it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do it according to the way God gave it to us. Now, although there are several people, Tara, call me back, it won't let me.
She heard you.
Oh, cool. So, other people can do stuff that's set up for them, but we have to do stuff in the space that God gave it to us in. So it's going to be always different because maybe we don't have that big budget to do it that way. Maybe we have to do it on a lower scale budget, but make it excellent. As creators, you can take a small budget and make a big thing.
Facts.
Or take a small budget and put together a smaller event, but it will be amazing because you're doing what God told you to do. And as long as you set it up according to the way He designed it and not try to make it about you, it's going to come out excellent. I don't think that we've done a listening experience that's been bad yet because we did it the way God told us. And even when we thought the one at UIC, we were worried about.
We were mad about that. Here's the thing that we never caught hold to is like, especially when you do stuff in the beginning, people aren't gonna always come out to you. But then you understand
people are gonna be shady.
Yeah, but then here's the thing: for the people who did come, it's like, okay, cool. Instead of making like big events where you want people to come, service the people that are around you already, and then from there, you can be able to touch the people that they're touching because they're extending it out. So if we do, let's say we do. Let's figure this out. So we do the worship one at the end of the month. So the worship session, the writing session at the end of the month. Then let me write that down.
You know why I chose the writing session, right?
No.
Writing session doesn't, well, besides the fact that God just showed me writing session before we started talking about this part, and I'm like, oh, that was for, because I was trying to figure out why. But the other thing is that the writing session doesn't require for you to rent a space. The writing session doesn't require you to rent equipment. The writing session doesn't require for you to spend a lot of money. Therefore, people don't have to spend a lot of money. And we can do this first one for free if we wanted to just put it out there and do it as a writing session. Literally, the only thing that we would be paying for is if we brought in professional writers or if we brought in other people. But I believe that God is gracing us to be able to do this because we're all writers.
Now, here's my question, though, right? Because in my head, these sessions would be in person. So if we're doing this, if we're bringing in professionals, understanding that point, but where would you think that we would do? Because my thing is,
go ahead, finish your question.
my thing is, with the network that we have right now, if we was to do this in those areas, we would be not killing two birds with one stone, but honestly being productive and being efficient. Because there's certain churches where it's like, okay, we're
affiliated with,
right, that we're affiliated with, that honestly are like, yo, we would like more of this demographic to come.
So what about those people who don't want to go inside of a church? That's one of the things that's set around F2G and being realistic. There are people that don't want to go in church, and a lot of people that follow us and a lot of people that we associate with are not church goers. They've learned out. We've gotten word back that a lot of people that we associate with on F2G Radio and F2G Network don't go to church but find Jesus in us.
Iron. I'm sorry. Give me 3 seconds.
We back at the iron.
Shout out to the iron, bro. Like, I'm just like, yo, how many times is iron gonna be in here?
Put it where it belongs, bro.
Oh yeah, in the closet. My fault.
Like and he'll just go put it somewhere so he don't have to talk about it. But literally, y'all, this iron has been on the F2G radio show.
Yeah, the iron, look, if you know what the iron is, put iron in the comments, bro. Facts. All right.
It's amazing. Okay. But yeah, so we're affiliated, and we're gonna make sure, just so y'all know, yes, we are open. Yes, we are pretty much just pure at what we say, and this is what's happening. But we will not be using names of places because we don't want to swarm people.
I don't want people to be messy, like,
or being extra, or
we are ironing out the details over here. Cut, Mama Kim, you already know how I was gonna act when you said over here. Any sense you can put a sentence. I'm about to make me a peanut butter. We make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. If you just say that, that's decent. If you say we make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches over here,
yes,
it's up. You gotta give mad energy. It's gotta be like a whole. Okay.
I'm messing it.
Continue. I'm
sorry. Oh my god. But like also even like certain places, because let's be real, we have people who will take your structure of the things that you do, which is why I told you we have to be considerate of that we are planning things, and most planning groups plan privately because people will take what you're trying to plan and jump on it and do it before you to be the first one to do it. Right? My thing is, you can be the first one to do it, but will you do it like we do it? No. Why? Because God gave F2G our own structure. He gave F2G our own plans. He gave F2G a real specific team of people and we get to say soon that we add another little body. I can't wait to expose that one.
Little
That's
one.
Amazing. But and just in general to be able to do great things. What does that comment say?
Oh yeah, ironing out the details.
Y'all are funny. But it's a lot of things that we need to do that we can talk about. So if we don't say names, don't come back with y'all wasn't being real. No, we were being real. We were being cautious, and we doing it the way God told us to do. So it's like what we was talking about yesterday, Kelly. Like listen, that's right, Amber. We got our own instructions.
It's the F2G blueprint for me.
But we are not being secretive. We're being private. So let's just make sure that we're doing what we need to do. But in the process of that, like we have churches that we're affiliated with. We have places that we can go to that we've thought about that have more of an intimate setting. Mm-hmm. We have thought of, I will say this because this is something I think that people need to tap into. We have thought about doing Airbnbs. Some people have started doing those. I've seen it done before. And it's just like, but you got to be careful not to pack in all this stuff in the Airbnb, people. Mm-hmm. It's like, yo, you took a UIC theater event and put it in an Airbnb apartment.
Well, I mean, but here's the thing though, like with Airbnbs are big and there's some that's small. Some that's small.
The apartments
so some of them are big,
big,
some of them are small. If you have an intimate session where it's like 4 or 5 people, it's understandable where you would do it in an apartment. If you have 15 people, there should be no... all 15 of those people cannot sleep in that apartment.
And sometimes they don't need to stay over. It's okay to let people go home. Stop stealing folks.
But here's the thing. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I have moments where when I'm planning events and I'm planning on Airbnbs, I add rooms because I'm just like, what if you want to just...
What if you don't want to go home? Excuse me? If we don't know him, I'd rather not sleep.
So yeah, like
I'm gonna be up all night.
So here's the thing though, it's like, okay, we're doing the writing session at the end of the month.
Yes.
We're doing the jump shed session, which is honestly like I'm gonna be on a different day. We're doing, what other sessions should we do? So we got writing, we got drumming, we got the harp and bowl one. We were talking about the worship session.
Yeah.
So then but with that, it's like, okay, what happened? What are they?
Stop announcing everything.
My fault. I'm sorry.
It's certain things that we're doing that's, like I told you, the bigger things that we're doing, certain things that we're stretching out. We want to keep those things to to what we're doing because God is still instructing or God has instructed us to do a certain way.
Gotcha.
So yeah, the writing sessions, the drumming sessions, however God decides to structure the harp and bowl is gonna be different. And these places, let me tell y'all something. You may see us double up on a couple of places, but certain things will not be done in certain areas because you have to open up to what God wants. And if we open it up to be a certain place, yeah, to the world, then you have to make sure that it's open to be for the world. So yeah, our planning now is strictly just trying to make sure. So we know we got different sessions. So let's move on from the sessions to how. Yeah, so we got the sessions. We know we're doing about what was this? The rest of the year is 6 months. So
it's 6 months. So we got July, August, September, October, November. Now we got to consider the fact that it's going to be cold in the wintertime.
Yes.
So
you trying to steal people again?
No. Well, yes. No, I'm kidding. But no, like, but then we also have like the other stuff that we're trying to do too with the events that aren't sessions. So you have like the event that you was talking about doing. The event that you was talking about doing in November.
Mm-hmm.
So then, and my question with that is that should the session be?
Are you trying to combine a session?
No, I'm asking should it be separate things?
So you trying to figure out if you combine a session?
No.
You said no, but that is combined. I mean, it could be two separate things, and that's great. I mean, you could actually. It could be combined if I structured this correctly as well.
Oh, you talking about as like a longer?
It could be.
That's facts.
It could be connected. It will roll pretty good actually. And then if you, with everything the way that we're setting it up, according to the way God's showing it to me on making sure that the subjects are lined up a certain way, that would flow right into what we need to do to almost end the year, but it would need to be done in October. So it's like, it's not as
but I
cold.
thought you were trying to do.
It's not as cold, and then it's people can go home. I don't want to steal people. That's my biggest thing. I don't want to steal folks. I'm like, we have friends that we call family, like that are really close to being family for us. Kelly's like, yeah, please let's not do that. We have family members that that I'm comfortable with because I still have to get used to everybody. If you don't know, Tennille has not transitioned out of not being safe.
She's still getting used to being around people. Again. Period. So before y'all start coming at me like COVID over. First of all, it's not. There's a whole spike going on in Chicago right now. You got to learn to trust Jesus. I do, but the Word of God says to use wisdom, and I'm going to do that because I have underlined situations that cause me to catch things from babies. She is drilling you out, and y'all ain't doing nothing.
Listen, I'm just trying to make sure I ain't drilling. I just want to make sure we just stop them before they start. But then the other thing is.
She ain't trying to stop y'all. She's trying to body slam you.
Right.
She's like, don't be coming for me because I'm already prepared.
Right, for the comeback.
Lord have mercy.
The other thing is that I have to make sure that in the process, before the pandemic even happened, I was a introvert learning how to be an extrovert. Mm-hmm. So I didn't even like being around people.
Or
like
learn
that.
how to be an ambivert, because you can be an introvert and an extrovert.
Yeah, but mine was I didn't even want to be around people like that. Give me 4 people, I'm good. But now we talking about doing events. I think 2019 when we did sound check, that was the most people I had been around
ever
in a long time, and it was my own event. And I was thinking, dude, we in here with all these people, and they want to talk to you. Like they literally walk up on you and stuff. So it was almost, thank God for Amber J, who knows, my heart and knows that I swing first and ask questions later.
No.
So I was like,
okay, here's the thing, right? If y'all come into a session, if y'all come into an 11-1 session, please don't walk up behind my mama. Because I remember the time when we were in Walmart. I'm telling on Target.
We're going to work on your story.
I'm sorry. You remember the day you punched me?
Yes, I do. I'll never forget that.
She punched me, y'all. She turned around and Hail Married me in the face.
It was
I'm her only begotten. No way.
You're
You focused on my nose and punched me in the face. No, we're not gonna do that. How you gonna say it was an accident and you saw my face and lined your fist up and executed? That was planned. That was premeditated.
Is that the way you saw it?
Yes.
That's not the way it happened.
Because that fist was leveled. You leveled your fist.
I just level when I fight.
I just level when I fight. No. I'm still hurt.
But
my nose still
let's
hurts.
tell the people what happened because I don't want people to think
I ran up behind on accident. I didn't tell her I was coming up behind.
What's the rule?
Don't run. I'm gonna kill him. No. No.
Punch.
No, ma'am.
What's the rule?
To not run up behind you without telling you.
Right. Say something.
Say something first before I get 6 feet into your zone.
Yeah. Don't give me my 3 feet and then
Lord
you know.
have mercy.
Well, you saying 6 because of COVID, but it's always been 3.
Look.
So that's what happened there. He kind of ran up behind me without saying anything and got layered, but yeah.
I wasn't trying to.
So let's be real. I want nobody thinking I'm tweaking, but you cannot run up on a rape victim like
Reactionary.
that.
I hate that. I really do hate
What happened?
Mama Kid said totally reactionary.
Yeah, it is.
I
And you gotta remember when people have gone through stuff in their life, like literally, I am a survivor of rape and molestation. You cannot run up behind me. So that's why I made rules with my child who forgot in Target because he was excited about a toy.
You ain't gonna even hold me against that. I forgot.
Yeah, he was excited about a toy and got hit. So, yep, security was brought in. It was deep. So
okay, so let's do this like this. So we talking about having the event, like the actual event in October.
Okay, so that combination can work out as long as it's structured right. The point of us doing this live, y'all, is for you all to see that it is never just easy to put together a program. It is not easy to put together sessions. But when you have God, believe in God, and work through God, everything will line up. We hear God, we follow God, we flow in life, but you also flow in your events. If you want to set things up, shout out to Mickey D, who always taught me do your job and go home.
Right.
If you set everything up, you can do your job and go home without hiccups. Shout out to Michael Weatherspoon, who has taught us to focus on what we're supposed to be doing and make a darn decision.
Oh my God, that man, he literally has challenged me in multiple ways on making decisions straightforward, and I really do honor him. Shout out to him because he had his birthday the other day.
Yes.
Shout out to you, man. And I told you this
birthday.
already, but seriously, I love you, bro. So yeah, and that's the crazy thing is this mantra is literally F2G's mantra. Hear God, follow God, flow in life.
And we received that. Somebody brought it up. Was like, you heard that from my old pastor. I did, and although people didn't take it to heart, I think some people didn't take it to heart the way I did. I did, and I held on to it because that structured our life and our new. So we moved into our new off of that. We worked through the being at the shelter through that.
Facts.
Everything's been lined up with hear God, follow God, and flow. And that's what we've been doing. So what we're telling you all is to focus in on what you're doing. Make plans. The Word of God says write the vision, make it plain, which is what we're doing now. Write it down, people. Don't get like me and be like, I don't want to write, but Kelly looked at me and be like, because Lord Jesus. I don't feel like writing it down. I promise you that I have a team that when we start making plans for things, they write for me.
No facts. She don't like writing nothing. I don't understand that. She don't like writing nothing. Not a thing. I don't get that.
Why do you not?
She doesn't like to write words.
Wait,
how you an author?
Do you hear Kelly? Say it again.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. My foot. No.
He said his foot.
No.
But so for that specific month, let's do it like this. July, we already know we're gonna start with writing.
Okay.
What we'll do for the month of July for the writing program, we will send out a flyer. So you'll be posting a flyer up that says that we are doing the 11-1 sessions and that the 11-1 sessions are now in session. How's that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the 11-1 sessions will be in session. And we will literally list y'all the entire layout of what's going to happen for the rest of the year.
Facts.
So you're going to get one flyer that tells you all of these different classes. Like literally, this is what we're subject. This is the subject. This is the subject. October is going to be subject, and then this is what's going to happen. You'll be able to register for the classes, the sessions that's going on. You have to register for them. There will be no pop-ups. I don't play like that.
Cause she will push you out.
I'm
not even kidding.
The reason being and not being rude, like I know that there's people that may hear about it and say, "Oh, I want to come." We literally leave the registration open till right before it starts. Yep. So there's no excuse on, "Oh, they just showed up." No, don't do that. Register because I've had people even at our last sound check. We had people register that was at the door, and I'm like, "Can you just run on there real quick and register?" The reason being is that I want to keep everything structured, but not just that. We need to know who in the building. Like that's not cool to have somebody just roaming around places and you don't know where you at or who you in the room with. That's a problem for me. I have an issue. We had to happen at UIC.
Facts.
So we won't do that.
Facts.
We was trying to figure out how they got in certain areas of the school and we had to vouch for that. Like that came back to us. So we have to make sure that we're secure, and in this season of mask optional situations, I'm not going to play around with there was a black mask that ran into this room, or we were in there and somebody came in and somebody was not happy because of a result. No, we need to make sure we're covering ourselves and we can see your face. So yes, we will be making sure that you're good coming in the door. You will not just be hanging out because we're deciding now, and yes, we are deciding now whether or not you will be taking what do you call them?
Huh? It's COVID test?
Yeah, the rapid test. So we have to make a decision on that. So let's ask the people that's on here.
Okay, y'all. To the three. Who on here? Who on? Let me see here.
Just ask.
Okay, so we got. So I need y'all to do me a big favor. Can you guys help us vote on the fact of if we should do in-person testing for the events or not? Did I say that wrong?
No, you're fine.
Okay. So I need. I saw this. Okay, so I need everybody to put into here whether you say test or no test. We want you guys to be a part of this process because we understand that for a lot of people that they like simple events where they don't have to do all that just to be a part. But here's the thing with that too is you have to remember that you're not just attending to view, you're attending to be a part. Meaning that if we're talking about like the drum sessions, you're gonna be sitting on sets that other people are gonna be sitting on as well. So you have to be conscious of that. And if you're doing that, then we need to prepare so that nobody gets sick.
Okay, so in preparation with that as well, if you come in and you're going to be on the instrument, of course we're going to be making sure things are wiped down. And no, we are not going to rely on those musicians or minstrels that get on there to wipe it down. We will personally be making sure everything is cleaned after every person gets off. No, we're not just going to pass the sticks. Bring your own sticks if you want to, that's fine, but we're going to wipe down the seat and all that goodness. Not only that, we will have COVID waivers. Now, I've seen these, and some people are real iffy about COVID waivers. Like, we're not responsible. What's a COVID waiver? We're not responsible if you catch COVID. We're not. There's nothing we can do about it.
That's the same thing as a health waiver.
Because there's the same thing as such a thing as carriers of COVID. Those people that carry and test negative. So there's people that's walking around who do not test positive for COVID, so they don't know that they have it. And they can literally test and be like, we're good. Right, so with that, everyone that comes through that door has to sign that.
Who said we have it to you? Wait, Mama Kim, you said who said we have it to you? What you mean by that?
Huh?
Who said, I probably am saying this wrong. Who said we have it to you? That's what I saw.
Who said we have it to you?
Who said we gave it to you? The COVID. Who said we gave it to you? Like, we're the ones who
right.
Okay. I was like, yo. I was like, right. Who have it? What?
She was like, wait a minute. Right.
No, yeah.
With the waiver, because like she's saying, you could have got it when you were outside, or you could leave out of the event and catch it in the air going to across the street to the restaurant.
Facts.
But in the process of it, making sure that we're secure as a company, which is why the waiver is legit. So we will have everybody sign in COVID waiver.
So I think that'll be the best way to do it.
And well, I'm being told that it will be available online during the registration. You'll have it on the registration packet.
So here's the thing, because these are interactive experiences, we would need to have at least like That's difficult because it's like you.
Because you complete your sentence so we can be where you are.
It's almost like pretty much giving like prerequisites to be a part of the interactive experiences. But then with that, less people will come because of how restricted
But you don't know
it
that.
is. Facts.
Because these days people just don't want to catch it. I mean, but there are some people like myself who have caught it, did everything we were supposed to do the first time, and just are like, man, I really want to go, but I caught it, so I know what it feels like. Because being honest, you and I both have had it now.
Facts.
So it's not like the flu. It's not like we can't catch it again.
Facts.
We can. You know, and the flu you can catch again. It's not the same thing as saying, oh, you know, you had it once and it's done. No, we can catch it again, which is why we take the extra precautions. How much more of a precaution have you taken since you got it the first time?
Ooh, man, boy, I wash my hands every 5 minutes.
But see, that's the thing about it. Like you have sanitizer. You have sanitizer on your desk. Now, listen, y'all. He was the one that was talking about me having sanitizer every time I'm
bro, around. I ain't even tripping no more, bro.
Now he got sanitizer in his book bag and his pouch, and the reason is that he got sick. So being real with it, there are people that's gonna come that wouldn't have been anywhere else because of the precautions that you're taking.
Right.
So people will come in and wear masks now and put them on. My thing is we can't force people to wear masks.
But here's the thing too. Now here's the thing, right? You can't force people to have masks.
We can require masks. We can say it's required, but they have to make the decision.
But if I'm thinking about playing drums as a drummer,
I would want you to wear a mask.
While I'm playing drums?
But yeah, I mean, no, because remember that you're inside of not really in, because we won't have that cover, but you're behind a drum set. So yeah,
that'll be done at like a facility too.
Breathing in what she said, we need a cover.
Cover for what?
The acrylic.
The shield. We would have that at like there's multiple institutions and
depending on where we go.
That you
but even if we don't, but we need one for ourselves. So say for instance if we do an Airbnb for a spot, we would need that. It's just to making sure that everybody's safe because y'all sweat, y'all be getting it in and stuff. So we gotta wipe down everything else. You sweating and you don't want people coughing on you or coming up there talking about boy.
I'll be honest, I don't think that's a good idea because like. It makes sense of why we should have the cover, but then it's like instead of having it wear the mask, the cover is pretty much like stopping what? What is
the cover it's a sound thing too, right?
You talking about for the drums itself? But I'm talking about for like the keyboard.
No, I mean you're taking the mask off as a drummer. I mean, does a keyboardist need to not have on a mask?
It's not that. It's just that when you singing and when you're doing these things, like you pretty much are losing. It's
so
almost like dancing.
When you at church, do you have your mask on? Yeah, we dance.
Oh no, I separate myself, but
you said it's like dancing. I minister in a mask.
You minister in a mask?
Yes, when we dance for Continue Them. If you looked up there, we dance in our mask.
Now here's the thing. So when we at church, for me, and this is what I do. I have myself separated where it's just me and then the drums. And the drums, you've seen it where it has a shield. And then the praise team is all the way over there. So I have my mask down because I'm by myself and I need to verbally communicate with the musician. So that's the only time I don't have my mask down. I mean, a mask up. When I get off that stage, my mask is back up.
Right, but if you're looking at using the Airbnb, then you're looking at it being in more of a closed space. So yes. You would need to decide that. I mean, that's something we're working on, y'all. Put your comments in the, put your opinion in the comments so we can have some information to feed off of.
We definitely are looking at y'all as far as like what this is, and we want to make sure the show.
Because we expect for y'all to come out and support. All right.
Facts.
All right. Share the information, share the wealth, get the people out. Let's have a good time.
Okay.
Okay. So let's move on from that part. So we put that out in the atmosphere. So as far as structure, setting everything up to be able to make sure that registration goes well. Kelly has already stated that the COVID waiver will be in the registration. The registration form will actually be on that thing, and we will be using our Linktree link for F2G to be able to do all of this. So instead of you all receiving the email and the go to my website, We literally, you okay? How long? It's a Kelly check-in. You all right? Drink the water.
Yeah, she needs to get some water.
She telling me keep going. I want to see you drink some water. I keep going once you drink some water.
Put in the comments, drink water. How about that?
Okay, we got it going on. Ain't no blank air. He got music playing in the background. They
Bro, niggas enjoy. Let me turn this music
up.
up.
Keep going.
Hey y'all,
You can
we
be
ain't going nowhere. But right now, listen, this music is nice. We're checking on Kelly
good?
Webb right now. Okay.
You sure? Okay, can you take a breath for me, please? Like a normal breath, and stop trying to rush me along. Breathe. Cause that whole little peach face you just got ain't gonna work.
It's not gonna work, man.
When you start looking like your house coat, that's she looked like she was on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Listen, no rush at all. Mom Kim even said no rush.
Wait, she over here looking like that blueberry dude. the girl that chewed the gum.
You talking about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Yes.
How messing I have.
You okay? All right, good.
You okay? Are you breathing?
Yeah, she fine.
All right.
I'm watching her.
All right.
So she tell them look, put it in the comments, y'all. The storm is over.
The storm.
Come on.
It's over now.
Oh, please don't sing.
It's over
Why
now.
he singing like that?
I feel like I can make it. The storm is over.
He's laughing saying something wrong.
Boy, y'all remember that breaking that song?
No,
It's all pieces. They are gone away. Here we go.
I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. All right, let's go. R&B rocket there.
Look, Neil Soulbar.
I promise y'all, this is us every time we have a plan.
No, facts. Like,
Okay.
we goofy.
So,
alright. So now
she choked because we love you
oh
too.
God, thank you.
So, alright, so looking at the registration packet, they'll be using the Linktree link, so we'll make sure that that's in the bio on all the social media pages, so we can say just jump to the bio, because everybody knows if they gotta pay more than a 3-second or a 4-second attention to it, we lost them. So you go ahead and you put it in the bio and you drop it, have them go up there. It's gonna have all of that there, and then also it'll have an opportunity for them to sign up for that second event in October. Like we're gonna already, every time we put up registration for either month, that promotion for that second event will happen.
Now here's my question. That second event, what
Yeah.
we were talking about, it was originally happening in November.
Yes.
So
It was originally happening in August.
which one are you talking about? Oh, so wait, the other one is happening in November? No.
What? Okay. 11/1 is happening from July to December.
Oh shoot, yeah.
So I'm just confused.
We broke it up. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, wait.
Sorry.
Yeah, so
Okay, so that other one, the
happens in January.
yeah.
Are you talking about backstage?
Oh, I totally forgot
You're
about
not
that.
talking about
Can't
backstage.
talk about that now. I'm so sorry.
Are you talking about the conference?
Encouraging. Wait, let me see. Encouraging early registration with a second sign up intent on
Is that
attended.
you?
Huh?
Who's saying that?
Mama Kim said that, and
She said what?
she said encouraging early registration with the second sign up. So pretty much what she's saying is do the initial
Yes.
and then do the second.
Yeah, what's going to happen is, so wait, I'm hoping she's saying it. Tell me if I'm wrong, Kim. The way you're saying it is like
Secure
the way
your
I'm
spot,
saying it.
right?
So secure your spot. So what we would do is have the Linktree link up there. They go to the Linktree link, but on that registration, it talks about that second event, because that gives a chance for them to actually sign up for it. And so that registration will be available and they can get the early sign up with the discount.
Now, right, so because it would be a paid situation.
Yes,
It
that's a
wouldn't
paid situation.
So would all of the 11-1 sessions?
They are not all free.
Yeah. Okay, because
This
let's
first
be
one
real
is
with y'all. Let's be real. The thing about
We
these
gotta pay
sessions
that.
is that we need for this to work, and you can disagree. This is something you can
I
disagree
know.
on.
Come on.
But with those sessions, I would think that we would charge fees for just the production itself, but not to receive profit because it's not like an event production we're putting on.
Depending on what we're doing. Because my thing is, if we have to pay out money, we need to make money to pay out.
That's what I'm saying.
Because my thought about any business, any company, okay, tip from Tennille real quick. Your company should always pay for it
itself.
How do you do that?
By charging the amount.
Yes, you charge and you bring in money. That money turns around and pays for the event. That money turns around and pays for your speaker. That money turns around and pays for the instrument rental. That money turns around and pays for your location. Your business should pay for yourself. You should not be pulling money out of your own pocket.
And that's where you get like the whole pre-save thing and everything. Like, let me see. She said it gives you a good gauge for the number of upcoming attendees.
Yes.
And that way we can be able to plan
for what we need
to do. So let's do this. This is what I think. We should prepare for 3 scenarios. The first scenario is that it's a very intimate session.
Yes.
The second scenario is that it's the intimate session that we were planning for in the original. The third one is that there's so many people that we probably need to get a different spot.
Or there's so many people we need to do this in 2 things.
Like a part 1, part 2?
Part 1, part 2. This is the thing with that. See, Kim be understand that businessman come in. This is the thing about the intimate session part and bring them in to gauge. When you bring them in to gauge as well, you're looking at not only how many people are coming, but how many people are interested in what you do. You also can find out who your target audience is. Because if they're not interested in what you're doing, that ain't your target audience. So you can set everything up from there. So you want to look at what you're doing going forward, how you're going to set it up, how everything needs to be arranged, what money you got to spend out, how much the tickets are going to be to cover. Because like I said, you shouldn't be bringing it out of your pocket. But of course, the business has to provide some of the funding. So we can't rely just on ticket sales. We have to rely on merch. Mm-hmm. We have to rely on content and on all of. So like Patreon.com. We have Patreon.com. Y'all, just for y'all that don't know, check us out. Patreon.com/F2G. That's where a lot of our exclusive interviews that happen in the beginning that we don't air anymore are over there. So
our OG files? Please.
Yeah, the OG files are over there. So you are able to go back and look at those, but that's a subscription every month. So that money can go toward events, which brings down the ticket price. The thing about us is we don't like I say the word wrong. Is it gauge or gouge? Price gouge? No. Price gouge. We don't like the price gouge, nothing. Am I saying it right? Yeah.
Gauge.
No, gauging is
I thought gouging was like
to gouge somebody's eyes out and take it out, right? Yeah. So price gouging.
That's so.
Gauge is to gauge price. It's to
is anybody where I'm at? It's just like I'm not even thinking about business no more, bro. You talking about dyeing somebody's eye?
No, what you brought up eye gouging. It's not like the.
You get like if I hear gouging, I'm just thinking horror films.
Yeah,
like,
that's a bad thing to price gouge. That means that you're elevating the price for no reason, just for your own profit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So gauging is to look at something and figure out what it is. We good? Gauge.
We're gonna talk about that later.
Yep. So in the process of all that, we want to make sure that the prices of the tickets make sense. So we might go over. So we are working it out where be on the lookout because you got that thing on the timer.
No, for real. Because like heads up for F2G Radio, y'all might end up shutting off in like a minute. I love you guys so good. Make sure you guys are following us at F2G.radio. See, I knew it. I knew it. Hold up. I'm back. I'm so sorry. So sorry for the inconvenience. Look at my face. I didn't mean for that to happen. here's the thing: we always want to be timely. We always want to make sure we're effective. So I did the dumb thing of setting up everything to be on a 1 hour timer. Should not have done.
No, it's not the dumb thing. You prepared for other people to come on right now. You don't have anybody behind you, so we can go over.
Oh no,
and that's fine.
What?
So we'll be over for 30 minutes.
Did all
this is what we're going to do. Ready? So since we're on the timer, we're going to do what God told us to do, which was be on time on the radio. You start your time, you end your time, right?
Yes.
And that's for across the board. So
yes.
We are not live right now on F2G Radio. If they want to come on, they can come on and listen to us right here live on F2G on Facebook, the F2G YouTube, and on your Brandon, what is it, Beast Snow page?
Beast Snow page.
So they can watch us right here. So if you know somebody that's listening, y'all, go ahead and shoot them a quick message. Like, jump on over here and look at us live.
Thanks.
Because after this, it will be on patreon.com.
/F2G.
Yes.
All right. I love you guys on the radio. We will be seeing y'all soon. Cool. Okay. Radio is off. And this is on. That's how we doing this, right?
All right. Because we're going to be timely and we're going to do what God told us to do and stop in the game. This is how you flow. You hear, you follow, you flow. Yeah?
Right.
So your setting up everything wasn't dumb. It was exactly what God told us to do. So we're going to move over. So move forward. What was we talking about, y'all?
All right. So I forgot.
The last thing we said.
Y'all
tell us. We don't want to knock y'all off over there. So
yeah,
what were we talking about?
We talking about gauging.
Okay, so gauging and guys, got it. All right, so with everything, with making sure that the prices stay, we have to make charges. And with any business, if you're running your business, you want to make sure that you charge according to your need. And you have to charge according to the need of whatever the project is. So remember that whatever it is that you're doing, you're charging for your speakers because they're coming in to see a speaker. They're coming in to hear live music. So your band, if you have live music, they're coming in and you might have food involved. Maybe that's a free thing you don't want to add if you have a small thing. But if it's like you bringing in whole brunch, then then you want them to pay for their portion of the brunch. You also want to make sure that you are doing for the time. Yeah. For the timing that you have there. So there's time that you're putting in, the crew that you brought in, all of that is incorporated in your company. So you have to look at how much you're charging your tickets because you have to make sure you're doing that. You don't want to be like, hey, we having an intimate event and the tickets is $200. No, I wouldn't go to that.
Yes.
I would be like, well, carry on with your intimate $200. That's great. But the way my bills is set up.
Facts.
Is that $200 can go towards paying for something.
Now, here's the thing that we've noticed, right? There's a lot of people who are doing conferences now because now we're becoming more lenient within Chicago at least, or Illinois, where you pretty much are like, you know what I'm saying, having more leeway. But then there's a lot of people who are doing conferences just to do conferences. And at this point, for us, we want it to be as impactful as possible. It's almost like the same thing as having a teacher, right? You being a professor at a college. Oh, you good? Being a professor at a college and having like 50, 60, 70 students, right? For those, you know what I'm saying? Then you have the classrooms and the breakout sessions that are like 5, 10 people that are way more impactful and you learn the material way more than trying to do this where it's too many people to count. So that's why we're doing these sessions like this. We want it to be as impactful as possible.
Yeah, and we want to teach not only the youth, but there are adults who need to learn and those that need to be reset. With everything adjusting, we're so used to being around people, old school church, so used to being around people every single Sunday, so used to having Saturday fellowship and maybe the outreach, so used to being at church on Wednesday or Thursday nights. Come Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whichever one you did. You coming in, you have a Bible class. So used to having Women's Day. So you know all these different events during the week to keep everybody busy or mind stayed on Jesus. But in the process of what happened over the last couple of years, we haven't been able to do that. So now that the world is opening up, everybody wants to go back to the same. But there are people like me that take precautions, extra precautions, and there's other people that are trying to make the adjustment, but it's just not working out the way that they thought. Well, we don't want to leave y'all to a place where you, over the past couple of years, have drifted off. There's some people that just drifted away from God because they were like, we don't understand. They've lost a lot of people over the past couple of years. I know we have. And so we were determined, and I think I stayed on you, like we're not shifting from what God has for us because of a loss. And we lost family members, we lost friends, we lost close people. We had just gotten close to people and then found out they passed. And it was like, wow, God, did you put them in our lives? And everybody's in your life for a season. If you look back on the people we lost that we became close with, it was like they were so impactful.
No, facts. In that little, 2-day window?
Man.
Bruh.
It was like, it wasn't even that long, and it was like, wow, I saw you twice, we talked 3 times, and in my life, you made such an impact to the point where it shifted my mindset.
Facts.
So you have to be ready for that. And a lot of people, especially older people who are set in their ways of having things done, we're not ready. So now it's like we have to go back, and we're not just going back to bring in our youth, we're going back to pull back the saints that can teach our youth. Because those are the ones we losing. We need to bring in some of the old schoolers that was OG ready. Like, listen, I'm a for real saint. Let's get this going. And I'm not going to judge you because of your lifestyle. I'm not going to judge you because of what you're doing. But I'm going to give you the word of God. And I'm going to love on you. That's what we do. So we going back to get those that felt like they put in all this work. But now we have, yes ma'am, Kelly, those that we have, can you put that up? Those that have had worked towards making sure that they were there to be able to be who they needed to be for people. And then we're bringing them back in so now that they can recoup and recover so that they can restore those that's coming in too, that's coming behind them. So this is for all ages. This is not for just the young and the old. And don't get me wrong, one thing I do tell people is if you bring your kids, you're responsible for your kids. If it's an intimate setting, we're probably going to put an age limit on that because I have to be very cautious about how many people we have around and how many children we have in the midst. Hear me, my Michael going to be there. So know that we will be passing the baby around like he a torch. We be passing him from me to bees, from me to Amber, from look, ricochet. But just knowing that if he's in the midst of worship, he tapping in. So don't be trying to play with him. He done tapped in, let him worship.
Facts. Now here's my question. I want one of these to be like a family type of thing. Like just.
What do you mean?
Like
when you say family, what do you mean?
Like you know the thing we did last year when we were having like the party that we had
for my birthday.
No, well yeah, but the other thing, what happened, like the gaming situation
for your birthday.
You know, you sound like you know.
I'm trying to figure out where you going with this.
I'm saying like we'll talk about that. Don't worry about it.
No, what are you talking about?
I'm saying like the like not just the artistic one, but like an actual fellowship.
Okay, so you want one of the sessions to just be fellowship?
Yeah.
I mean, I could put together a fellowship session. Teaching people how to fellowship is fun. Because, there's some people that don't know how to fellowship.
But can we repackage it in a way where it's
okay. But listen, don't make me excited about a thing. There are some people who don't know how to fellowship for real. Like, they've never been in that setting. They don't know what to do. They ain't really, their thing is, you talking about fellowship. And so we come in. And, of course, this would be an event where you wouldn't pay for anything but probably food. But it's like coming in and just hanging out and just being structured around. We gonna fellowship. Let me teach y'all how to fellowship. Let me teach y'all how we hang as a family. Because I think that us as a family and F2G as a family dealing with other people has been funny. We will put together some stuff and be, hey, so we just want to do a seafood boil.
Oh Lord, don't have Kelly around no type of seafood. Don't, cause your lobster gonna be gone. Your crab gonna be ravaged, and your shrimp.
She said facts.
And your shrimp is gonna be missing.
Listen,
lady over
and
here.
The corn. We just it's different ways we can do stuff, but fellowshipping is that's of God. Let me tell you, fellowship is of God. That's in the Word that we need to gather. Now, He never said we had to gather just for the Word. So hanging out with each other is part of a good fellowship. Coming together for some good food and breaking the bread is always great. playing some good old games or hitting that table with some spades. Come on,
bro. Don't bring out
smacking.
don't bring out no Uno, cause your boy one of the ones Uno tournaments be on deck, boy.
Listen, y'all come over and buy your personally made domino set.
Stop it. Stop.
Look.
So I'm playing.
But yeah, just being able to do that stuff. And listen, Connect 4 is a serious thing around here, okay? We play real games. Uno. You know? We do Uno, and we will do some Uno flip. We don't play no games with that either. But yeah, fellowship is good. Outside of that planning, y'all, you want to make sure that whoever your host is for that, and not that we're not hosting, but the people who host the venue of where you are is aware of what you're doing. The reason being is that some people will try to set up an event at a venue and come in and add their own thing, and it does not set up with what the people have in mind for their venue, and they have a right to shut you down. So if you didn't read the fine print and you go in there putting holes and stuff in their wall with your little tax, because you feel like tax only leave little holes, and they start charging you $5 a hole.
Thanks.
You got to deal with that. So being honest and upfront saves you a lot of money. I've learned that. Brandon, I go in a room and I talk. Come in. Let me ask you a question. If I wanted to do this, and this, and use this to do it, is that okay? I've been told no, that's not. Okay, so what can we use to do this? Because I'm going to do that. So tell me what I need to do. And they will even tell you how to do it. Like, we can run it from here to here for you. We got 2 set holes that's on each side. They got hooks. And we can run it from over here to over there. But that just saved you a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of stress of them coming back saying you owe them $100 and some for holes you put in their wall. Or that you slid across the floor.
You talking about Airbnbs, right?
That's anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
That can be a venue. I mean, we did the Woodlawn. I had to ask them, hey, can we do this? They were like, no, ma'am. Please don't do that. She was like, honey, no, don't do that. She said, because being real, if somebody else needs to put up something, they would have to go behind you and try to cover those holes up. Even though you feel like you can't see them, we have people that look at our walls. So when the inspectors come in, they see stuff like that. That's a day against us. Mm-hmm. Understood. Save yourself time. Ask questions. It's okay. And don't try to do no slick stuff. Just come on in there and do it the right way, y'all. Because at the end of the day, a lot of us get bad reputations because of what the previous person did.
Facts. Okay, so, just to preach, just the instruction.
I love you too. You make me so sick right now.
Okay.
I'm over here like for real.
All right, so with these sessions, there will be we got the 1 time per month, right? We got the COVID waiver that we're going to be implementing on this because this is an interaction type of deal. Mm-hmm. We have the Leading Tree situation. Mm-hmm. I think Mama Kim's idea about encouraging early registration, which means we would have to do this literally like
today.
for today, 4 weeks in advance, to be able to do this stuff, and then just coming up with different ideas on what else to do. There's going to be the backstage part that you were talking about earlier.
That's next year.
Yeah, but is that going to be like a session, or is that going to be what we were talking about?
Like the conference?
Yeah, but is that...
Yeah, that was supposed to be combined with the conference.
So it'd be like a conference. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That ends with the listening experience.
The backstage, the whatever.
Yeah, because we had talked about that before on air. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then what else do we need to cover? We're gonna be talking about expenses later, but
yeah, all of the expenses and stuff. Like real quick rundown. You got to get the supplies for cleaning.
Uh-huh.
You have to get extra masks. We always gonna make sure we have those available. Merchandise for people to purchase, we need to make sure we have what we need to bring in, which is F2G merch, because that's the way we recoup from certain things. So there will be packages for certain of these events where if you order a shirt with your ticket, great, you'll have it when you get there, or we'll send it to you early so you can wear it if you like. That's up to you.
The part that I forgot, location.
Location.
So here's my question, right? Would y'all be willing to have different sessions around the city?
I said that earlier. It's not gonna always be in the same place.
Right. But
I know where he's going with this. Can
Oh,
you
I'm
go to
going
the
to.
west side?
please go to the west side. Hear what I'm saying, y'all. Hear what I'm saying? Yes. Hear what I'm saying, though. Yeah, we south side residents as of right now. Yes? Okay.
West side bread.
But we west siders. Like, that's just what it is. And I don't want us to create something for geographically for a specific people where it's like other people are like, yo, I would come if I could have traveled. Like, no, like, come on, like, let's do
Well, we
this.
did learn something that we came from the south side to the west side to do with UIC, and we had a pretty nice turnout.
Because people knew us from the west side.
But no, those were people from the south side. We had some people from the south side that came west for the event. We had people coming from out of town for that event.
Oh,
that drove in. Like, our whole lineup was from other states.
Look.
That came in. So yeah, that would be amazing to do again. It would be real cool. Ooh, I had an idea.
Huh?
I'm not gonna say it.
Huh?
We're gonna talk later. I had an idea.
Okay. I think I know what your idea is, but that's gonna cost money, bro. that's gonna cost money. You ugly. She trying. Okay. Alright, so yeah, so location wise, we will have now will we have duplicate sessions in different areas, or will we have
No, I don't want to do that because I think right now until next year, our whole team needs to stay together. Right now, just so we can plan out, look at, and make, because you don't want to overdo it. My thing is, you're starting something new. You want to take your time and figure out what it is that you need to do and how it worked out. Mm-hmm. So with all sets of eyes, you know how our team is. There's 5 executives on this team. Mm-hmm. We watching for different stuff. We always, first of all, Amber J is security all day. That child ain't thinking about nobody else but security. It's like, I'm watching the people about security. I need to make sure the security is on point. And if I see anything happening, I'm on it. That's Amber J, right? She is operations, so she makes sure that portion is taken care of. Now, mind you that she is looking at the rest of the event, but security is her focus because we don't have a set security person. But she has deemed herself security. Whereas with you, most of yours is set around the minstrels and the music. We put you on engineering. We put you on music. Why? Because that's your grace. That's what you do. And then also you perform a lot. So we worry about just keep up with the lineup, keep up that people are going with, do what you got to do and make sure they got what they need, making sure that the instruments are well, because that's not something I can do. I don't know anything about that. So I put people where they're supposed to be when we delegate. Kelly, on the other hand, at this point, this will be her first event with us, which is so crazy. But it'll be her first event with us. That'll be a live event. And so her being the publicist, she's looking at our images. She's looking at how it's set up. She's looking at how everything flows. She's looking at making sure that nothing looks raggedy when people come in, that we are on point. We ain't talking crazy. Let's be 100, because you know when people start talking crazy to me, I say stuff back. Nice. And I will say something that'll hurt your feelings without cussing you out. Nice. So she quick for hey T, you know, like you ain't even got a response, because I found out something, y'all. My new thing for this week, what I learned, y'all ready for it? Everything don't need a response.
Didn't you?
No, I thought I learned it last week. It didn't work.
I was definitely like, yo, you like this?
This a recover. Everything don't need a response. Sometimes you gotta ignore people for real, like for real. So that's gonna be her focus, on making sure that people are coming through, that we have media coverage, that we are making sure that everything is out so she can put together even the I'm gonna say it wrong, Kelly. What is it called? What is it? Our the thing you put out beforehand. The promotions and she pretty much, say it again. Yeah, the announcement, but it's something else you call it, but I was trying to be technical. The announcement and the promotions to let people know that we are coming out to do this thing and this is what we're having. So she starts to set up this whole media thing, right? And so then you also have the person. I'm gonna go with yes. She said the alerts. So then you also have Eve, who is our grant writer, but also she's the organizer within the group as well as Kelly. So in the process of that, making sure that everything is organized with the merch area is where I would want her to be.
Okay.
Because last time Amber was working security merch, the candy store.
Wait, but I think you missed my question on that. I wasn't, when I said duplicate, I was meaning more so like the same session.
I know what you meant, but that's what I'm telling you. All of our people need to be in one place because we're working different parts of the event. And you're saying duplicate, which means that we do one on the west side and do one on the south side.
But not at the same time.
Right. No, we're not doing that this year because remember that we're trying to structure this.
Okay.
So do you overdo it or do you just make sure one event is real good?
You make sure one event is real good.
Right. And then when you master, you can look at that first event. So say July, here we are with the writing session. We look at it and see there's some flaws that we need to fix.
Mm-hmm.
Then we take that, we correct it, and then next year, okay, let's do one west side, do one south side, because now we know what's going to work. We can do that at the July 15th for one side, and then the end of the month for the next one. And then the next month, the same.
You talking about
dates.
2023?
Yes, for 2023. But right now, no sir. We gonna do what we know to do because again, money is an option.
Facts.
That's still the whole thing. Is money is still a situation of not an option, but it's a necessity because you have to make sure that you have the money to be able to put this on, and the money that comes from this, we're paying for it. A lot of this event and stuff through our company and the different things we're pushing like merch and Patreon.com and donations and advertisements. So if you have a company and you want to advertise with us, y'all,
let us know, G.
we got advertising space open too. That's another source of income within F2G that we can take this funds and put it toward these different events. Again, that lowers the price of the tickets. Mm-hmm. So I think last year we did sound check for $15, wasn't it?
$15
or $20. It was something like that.
$15 a head, 20 at the door.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, $15 a head, 20 at the door. And then what happened? I know what it was. It was $15. Then it was 20 at the door. And if you signed up for the open mic, I gave y'all $5 back. Mm-hmm. But you had to sign up for the open mic and actually perform. People thought they had us. They were like, "Oh, but I signed up for it." Yeah, but you didn't hit that. You didn't hit the mic. So if you didn't hit the mic, you paid for what you paid for. Right. And if you came in that day and didn't do the pre-registration, you didn't get the money back. Right. So it was like a setup on how we actually made sure that we get things done. And it was more organized. I think the sound check was more organized than URC's listening experience. We were so
That's the weird part is that the listening experiences that we've done before was a lot less organized and effective than the sound checks was because one, it was in like a session style.
Yes.
It wasn't so big of a showcase type of situation, which I feel like honestly for right now.
That's us.
You talking about showcasing?
I mean the sessions. That's us.
That's definitely us. And then I feel like with the backstage listening experience thing in January like that's gonna be a different breed, but. With the sessions, that's gonna be where we built the community at, and where people feel like, okay, it's not just like, oh, I got something to do. It's like I meet people here that's gonna actually sharpen me for wherever I'm trying to get to.
Yes.
And it's in Chicago. Like we ain't got no offense to anybody else who live in California. Y'all feel the same way. People who live in New York, y'all feel the same way. People who live in Atlanta, y'all feel the same way.
The shot ain't nothing like the shot.
It's nothing like the shot, but at the same time, it's like there's nothing like being in your own town where you can find stuff to do. Like, I mean, bruh, I ain't gotta fly all the way to one. There was a festival that happened in Atlanta that I wanted to get to, the Holy Smoke Fest, and I was so excited about it. But the problem was I didn't have the bread for it, and I didn't have the bread for the live stream, unfortunately. But once again, that was in Atlanta. I would have loved to be there if it was like in Chicago. So now it's like, okay, if you don't see something in your city that you want to experience, then build it. Be a part of the
build it and they would come. Yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah, and do it where people were actually like, yo, that's actually fire. Like it's in Nebraska, but still, there's people in Nebraska that rap. Like,
listen, we had so much fun at our last event in 2019 that at the end of the event, everybody was like, when's
When's
the next one?
And I was like, yo, we
and then
don't
the
become
pandemic happened.
Bro, everybody was shut down.
We was like, oh, it's happening. And then we was like, yo, y'all, that ain't happening. They just shut everything down.
They shut everything down.
But
so,
it was that same energy of people. Like, I know that if right now everybody has shifted, so everybody's doing their own thing. So we might not end up with those same exact people, but we have a few that are coming back with us and are excited. Somebody brought up our feature. I ain't gonna say who it is. Our feature for one of our events actually we talked to her yesterday, and she was like, what happened to, are we still doing this? And I'm like, yes, we are still doing it. It's just the adjustment. And she was good with it. I love when we have people who know us, know our hearts, and know we wouldn't have something halfway set up and then present it. We're not going to do that. But y'all, we want to make sure that we are still putting out good stuff. I do want y'all to drop in the comments.
You see her hand, you see that little finger that's all. Yeah. Lord.
Ed, hello, Princess May.
Okay,
so I do have it where I want to ask you all for the sessions, what do you think? Because I know that encouraging the youth is great, and if they can take something back that shows they did something, they love stuff like that. So what do you think about us doing certificates? And I'm talking to my team as well. Certificates for them that come to the sessions and complete the sessions. So when they leave out,
that's kind of dope.
Just having something that shows that it's participation.
Now here's the thing, right? It's like, to encourage receiving the thing, I feel like we should do some sort of like thingy on the back of the certificate.
Oh, well, this is the thing. So a thing on the back of it.
Like a puzzle.
What do you mean?
So you come.
Why do I feel like he's bringing our retreat in this? Go ahead.
You pretty much you receive the certificate, and then you have like a puzzle, right? On each certificate, everybody gets a piece of it. So then whoever attends the most sessions, they get to be able to figure out what the puzzle is, and then we present.
Yeah, he brought our retreat up. So it's okay. So he like So he's saying like if you get there's different types of certificates, and on the back of each certificate there's a different picture.
It's like a cereal box.
So it's like taking this together, and you can put it together and come up with the end result of this is what's that, and then you get to be put into a raffle or something at the end. I like that. I would change it up a little bit because I'm tricky with the manual thing. Because my thing is we have different people, different ages. Facts. So I would have to set that up where we have a couple of winners, or a couple of people that can come to the end on their level. So I would make it harder for the elderly saints, and a little bit easier for the younger saints that's learning, because we got some Bible scholar teenagers, don't get me wrong. So some of them questions or something, it'll be something to it, but you'll be able to come out and do that and learn something. And whatever it is, believe me, it's going to show that there was a compilation of something that says that you actually learned from these sessions. Because we don't want it to be that easy. Well, they got a picture. No, tell me what you learned. If I ask you a question, when you put that question together, as you put your certificates together, and you like, wait a minute. So I did all 6 of these, and here we are at the question, what's the answer? And if you can give us the answer, then you either win or you put into a raffle to win something. Of course, you'll win something if you can answer it. And it's like smaller, but we're going to make it harder because people, be like, girl, the answer is no. We're not going to help one to another on this. We're going to put this in a raffle and pull your name and say, let's go on the live real quick, because you won this. So, yeah, that would be great. That's a great idea. As well as like the whole having them have a certificate. But what was the responses?
To certificates, I haven't seen responses yet.
Okay, so we want to make sure that we're doing something to encourage them, as well as each session. Y'all know we do stuff like, if we're teaching a session, we want to see what you learned during that session, so that one person, if there was a writing session, if volunteers to get up and show what they wrote. I love stuff like that because it shows where they go from here to there. So to see somebody take, like when I used to teach y'all little, and I'm like, okay, because I'm putting them on blast. So I go back and I go, listen up.
Oh no.
So you remember that,
Oh no.
To do.
No.
Like, I'm going to throw this at you real quick. So listen up was our project. We write listen up. And then I come back and I go,
I forgot that.
Listen up, let's go.
Listen up, black people. My blessed
Don't laugh. Come on.
What? Something.
Come on, let's go.
Listen up, black people. My blessed black people. What? I forgot the rest of the poem.
Really?
That's all
You think you're not blessed because
something about the wheels. I forgot the.
See what happens? This is what happens when you don't study your words.
What you mean, boy? I did this thing over 14 years. Like, don't come at me about that.
But y'all notice that he could start it. He remembers starting it because there was something that was impactful, and he had the thing that came from that was a small teaching landed him a couple of gigs. That 8, 9 years old, opening up beauty shops and speaking at different engagements and stuff like that we never thought was gonna happen, but it opened the door for something that he loved to do now.
Yeah. I love
So we definitely want to plant the seed because the seed will grow, and when the seed grows, you get this beautiful plant or this flower that encourages and empowers. And so that's what we are willing to do for the kingdom of God. So this has been amazing.
We done? Okay, we got to get off. I ain't gonna hold you. We love you guys so
You
good.
didn't see her comment. What comment she got?
Yes, do it. Wait. Certified and a puzzle piece. Yes.
What happened?
She said, Kelly Webb said do it.
Oh.
Okay, so it is now 4:31. We love you guys so good. I honor you guys for sticking it out with us. This is pretty much like our planning sessions. Planning sessions, period, can go for a very, very long time. Only because you want to make sure that you're getting all the details down. But then sometimes you also want to make sure that you have clarity on what you need to do. And then a lot of ideas pop up and you can either agree to it or disagree. But the thing is that if you're doing it, it's always better to do it. Sometimes you need to do it by yourself, yes. But sometimes you need to do it at least with counsel, but also with at least a handful of a team that will help you to be able to get opinions and also to be able to get a focus on what you're trying to do. Yeah. So just really pray that the people that you need come together, and then also go out and network. That's the practical part. So pray for it, yes. Believe by faith, yes. In addition to that, go out and network and find people who are different than you. There's people who are into legal. There's people who are into planning. There are people that are into engineering and software. There are people who are in creative arts. And then there's people who have leadership roles in public speaking advantages. So you want to network so that you can build a team. You can't build a team without people. It's not you yourself and your mind. You feel what I'm saying? It's always good to have your own stuff, but still.
And
it's
be
better
on the lookout for networking events that we'll be doing.
Yes.
We talked about last year placing some networking events and pushing some out through F2G. Originally, they were going through my company, but I was like, it needs to be through the network. So F2G Network will be having networking opportunities, both virtual as well as live and in color, with some good stuff going on. So be ready to set your business up in that and be ready to come out to some real interesting places to have networking events and help us promote. Now listen, before we leave, let me tell y'all something. If you sign up for something, whether it be to come on a radio show, whether it be to come to a networking event, whether it be to come out to one of these sessions, help us promote it. Mm-hmm. That's how, if you bring the price down, the more tickets you sell for certain things. So help us promote it by putting it out on your page. When you see those flyers pop up that say we're doing something, promote. Invite your friends to come over and like our page. Share our profile with people. That's how you connect and network. And it don't cost you anything to support. You do not have to pay into us to support. Support us by having your friends sign up for our page. We need to build our following on Instagram and on Facebook.
So follow all of these pages here. That is F2G Network, F2G Radio, F2G ENT, and F2G.apparel. Make sure you guys are tuning in to make sure you guys are tuning in to Brando Radio Show with me every Monday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then the replays are Thursdays at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also, make sure you guys are going.
Kelly said, yep, go ahead.
Make sure you guys are going to patreon.com/F2G to make sure you guys are watching all of these videos that are going to be on demand. Once again, this month is going to be live But after
all month long.
but then after that, we are going to be heading back to F2GRadio.net, which is our home. And what was I about to say?
We go live the first full week of the month.
Oh,
Every
after
month.
that. So, like in August, we go live the first full week. And then after that, September, October, November, and then December. And then in January, we do live again, the live month. So, make sure you guys are staying up to par with what we are doing.
One more thing.
And then
subscribe to the newsletter on F2GRadio.net.
Subscribe to the newsletter on F2GRadio.net. So make sure that you guys are keeping up with everything that's
It's our
going on.
quarterly newsletter.
Yes, quarterly newsletter. And then also, I was going to say something. I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
Okay.
You were
good.
like,
I forgot.
Like you was spelling it out.
Dang, it's cool.
It's all right.
All right.
It's
I love you
okay.
guys so good. We're going to hop off over here and finish up this meeting. I pray you guys are well. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. Save a plate for me if you are. And if you ain't, still cook for me and save me a plate. All right. I love you guys.
I don't want none.
And she don't want none, but bring me some, please. Thing. She don't trust everybody food. I trust y'all only because I know a little bit of y'all. All right. I will see y'all soon. And yeah.
We love you guys.
Love you guys. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Oh.
That's what you just bad.
I said bye. I accidentally bye.
Yeah, so I
don't buy.
Bye.
I feel like mighty
But
bad.
like, see y'all. Y'all had a great time hanging out with y'all, and I'm out.
And then you lean back. Ooh. Bad money. She need me to help her up. Oh. She got it by herself.
That part.
We out of here. Bye. Bye, y'all.
Pilates.
Come on, buddy. What?
Pilates.
I do not have time for that.
Pilates,
No.
and I don't even do those.
No.
Pilates.
No, ma'am.